Akbar was what today you would call, among migrants, a third generation settler. His grandfather came from Central Asia. He was sort of forced to leave Central Asia, what is parts of what is today Uzbekistan, went to Afghanistan, created a small kingdom for himself, then came to India. I'm talking of Babur. And then created a kingdom in India. Afghanistan remained a part of his kingdom. In fact, Babur was buried in Kabul. Akbar was his grandson. So he becomes a what today you would call a third generation settler. He was born in the Thar desert at a place called Umarkot, very close to Jaisalmer. When his father, Humayun, was in exile. Humayun was Babur's son, Akbar's father, as most of you would know. Humayun had been defeated by Sher Shah. He left India, lived in exile for some time, gathered an army. For what purpose? To be able to come back to India. And he died eventually, Humayun died eventually in Delhi. Those of you have been, if anyone, some of you might have been to Delhi, in the old fort, there is a place where he fell from the steps and died. But if you come to Akbar, he's born in India, dies in India. Jahangir, Akbar's son, was born in Fatehpur Sikri near Agra and died in Lahore. Shah Jahan, builder of Taj Mahal, he was born in Lahore, undivided India, and died in Agra. And those of you who have been to the Taj Mahal would have been shown the grave of Shah Jahan in Taj Mahal. He's buried in Agra. What makes them outsiders? 3 generations, 4 generations, they are all born in India, live in India, die in India. Aurangzeb was born at a place called Dahod in Gujarat. By today's understanding, that would actually make him a Gujarati by birth. He was born in Gujarat, in Dahod. So, and died in what is now today part of Maharashtra. So in other words, these are people whose ancestors might have come from parts of Central Asia several generations earlier, but they were born and died in India. But that is not the only reason why this label of foreigner is a problem.